Oh, yeah, let's go, baby. Hockey is indeed fun again. It is the DNVR Avalanche postgame show in the Winners Lounge. The Toyota Winners Lounge, presented by your Front Range Toyota dealers. Oh, I like it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, and this is what you needed. This is what trades do. This is what can happen. You make a move like this, not only do you improve yourself on the ice, there's a different vibe around this team, and I'm here for it. And we called it, and we knew it was coming, and we're glad you're here for it as well. Hey, it's the DNVR Avs postgame show presented by our friends at Bet365. Remember, with Bet365, it is never ordinary. Make sure that you are signing up for Bet365. Use that code DNVR365. Get yourself a little hookup, some bonus bet credits. It's a ton of fun. Lots of things going on there. They are boosting stuff all the time. We'll talk more about them later, but a big thank you to our friends at Bet365 for sponsoring the postgame show. Nick Gismondi, Gizmo with you. We got Rudo, we got Tiff, and we've got a lot of fun things to talk about, including a tease on something really fun that we have cooking up for you right now. You're going to love it. I'll tell you more about that in just a few minutes as well. I'm not going to spill all the secrets. A big victory, 6-2 win, 4-1 on the road trip, 8 points out of a possible 10. I love everything about this game. I love everything about the way these guys are playing right now. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of those things that changes you. It changes you. You got Wedgwood playing out of his mind. McKenzie's going to come in and pick up right away because he's going to pick up on the vibe, because not only are these guys good goalies, they're character dudes. Really stoked to have you guys along. Remember, we're trying to get to 100 likes as fast as possible tonight, so let's see how quickly you all can do it. You were lickety split during the game, so if you could drop us a like, please do. And let's get right to it, because that was a heck of a hockey game. Let's start. Obviously, it's a tale of three, in my opinion, which is tricky. Wedgie, Moose, and then Mac. But for me, again, I'm sorry, it starts with Wedgwood. It does. It starts with Wedgwood. This team is playing with confidence. They're playing with swagger. They look good. They're having fun. Eric, let's start with you. You've been in the NHL for a while. You've been on the management side in the NHL. You have seen it from all sorts of different angles. This is a different hockey team, and they don't even have their quote-unquote starting goalie on the team yet.
Well, it goes to show you that goaltending will sink you. Bad goaltending will sink you. And what you saw tonight is, again, don't kid yourselves. The Avalanche were gassed. It didn't look like it, but they were gassed. And it's 3 games and 4 nights on the tail end of a 3-4, especially with the last few weeks, what they've had to endure as far as the road trip and the travel and not being at home in your own bed. When you start, and again, not that the Avalanche gave up a lot in the first period, but whatever they did, Wedgwood was there and made the saves that he had to make. We talk about it all the time. When you make the saves you have to make, and you don't let in a blunder or two, and then all of a sudden you're chasing the game, it's a different team. The Avalanche are a different team. They were able to get the lead. Next thing you know, what a performance. We'll talk about it at the top line. And then you're never looking back. Was there going to be a push a little bit from the Pittsburgh Penguins? Absolutely. Again, Pittsburgh had won 5 out of 6. They got to go on a 10-game win streak if they want to make the playoffs. And then, the couple breakdowns all of a sudden in the second period, and next thing you know, they scored 2 goals, and then a few more breakdowns in the third period, and you get saves, and that's the difference. You know what I mean? And when you get saves, it gives you a chance to get your legs from underneath you at the start of a game. It gets you a chance to calm the waters, so to speak, and it lets you just go play your game and not worry about that every time. A little bit like Pittsburgh, when you think about it, a little bit in that second period, you felt for Tristan Jarry a little bit in the sense that, the third one's not a good one. And, you know what I mean? Like the goaltending wasn't good for Pittsburgh tonight. And bad goaltending will sink you. I don't care if you're Pittsburgh, Avalanche, or anybody. And you're seeing right now when you're getting solid performances on a nightly basis, on a consistency, it's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I think you're mostly correct in what you said, E. The one thing I will say, yeah, the Avs were out of gas physically, but mentally, they get that trade the other day. This team was all the way up mentally. They were ready to show up. They were ready to perform. They were ready to prove that with a real goaltending tandem behind them, they are the team to beat in the West.
Totally agree.
I'll leave it there because we usually start with our 30,000-foot view. That's my 30,000-foot view.
That's where I was going.
This is what the Avs look like with the better goaltender on any given night.
I don't want to hear any of the whole Kovalenko. You don't need scoring right now. You need goaltending, and you got it tonight. And guess what the byproduct was? What was the byproduct?
I mean, there's a lot of byproducts.
Yep. You get confidence in your room. Guys are smiling tonight, E2. That's the other thing that comes in a factor of a trade. And then I want your 30,000 foot of the view of the game overall. But they were smiling. They were smiling on the bench. They were smiling at intermission. It's a different hockey team.
Yeah, and I talked about it in the keys before the game. And then the hockey and the Rockies. When you make a trade like that, I'm telling you, it just gives you a big boost. It does. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out that the Avalanche's problem was goaltending this past season so far. It's been a major problem. And whether it's anybody that comes into town, it's opposition's coaches, it's other players around the league. You talk about the Avalanche, right away you were like, yeah, great team, but oh boy, subpar goaltending. And, they went out and they addressed it aggressively. I thought it was, again, I caught flack yesterday for saying that. For me,
you caught flack. Holy smokes!
No, it just saying.
I was wearing the scarlet letter on Twitter.
No, it's
good
okay.
Lord.
What I'm trying to say, it's all subject. It's subject to what you think an overpay is. For me, nobody talks about the Tampa Bay Lightning paying first-round picks for Blake Coleman or Barclay Goodrow. Yeah, why? Because they got 2 big rings on their fingers. At the end of the day, if you're not aggressive in this league and you just stand pat and sit, you'll never win. You'll just sit there and nothing's ever going to happen. Now, you got people and Joe and C-Mac and the rest of the management team that are smart, that are intelligent people. They know how to address what they need. They went out and got it. Now, if you call that an overpay, I don't. No. I really don't, because you know what? I said it yesterday and I'll say it again. And then that's where I caught flack a little bit. Somebody said they will never watch the show ever again. Great, awesome. Because I said Nikolai Kovalenko, you can find that. Guys, nothing against the individual. Nice kid, nice guy. Awesome. You know what? Nikolai Kovalenko, there's many Nikolai Kovalenko in every lineup in the NHL. Let's not kid yourselves. And this is not bashing the guy. It's a reality. And at the end of the day, if you think that all of a sudden you keep that and you keep your second round pick because you're going to go get something else, but you don't address the goaltending position, it's going to be a short spring. So instead, they were very smart with their second round pick, and they were very smart with, it's hard to say prospect. The guy's going to be 26 years old. You know what I mean? So he got drafted 8 years ago. Right. So it's hard for me to say a prospect. You're talking about a guy that he's on pace for a 20-point season in the National Hockey League this year. So that's where I'm saying I don't know where that thing is of like people are panicking. Like, holy crap. You got a goalie, and if you think Wedgwood's been good, Wedgwood knows what he is. Wedgwood is a great backup, is a great team guy. He's going to fill in noticeably. It's going to be perfect, but Blackwood's going to go in the net. He's going to be the guy that's going to get the majority of the games, and then you're going to see what good goaltending can do to a team like the Avalanche.
It's goaltending by committee, no doubt about it. Give me your quick 30,000-foot view on the game as an overall.
I'll give you mine.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know how happy I am as the pessimist of the show that I get to talk and argue about things with people that isn't goaltending?
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
You know how excited I am to have different conversations?
I was getting real tough. It was getting real tough.
I don't have to argue about it anymore. The goaltending was great. The Avs were great in this hockey game. As the pessimist, I really only have 1 or 2 nitpicks, and that's what they are, nitpicks in this game.
I think I know what you're going to say. Can I guess?
We'll get to them when we get to them. Right now, my 30,000-foot view, the Avs are back, baby.
Oh, yeah.
The Avs are the team they were supposed to be.
I totally agree.
No air fist,
I-
Eric?
Can you air fist?
Oh, sorry.
Fist me.
I totally agree. I agree with Rudo. I mean, this is again. I can't stress it enough. Of you need stability at every position. Again, if you look at that,
I think you're insane. If we could go back on it right now, I would like Kovalenko back.
Say, okay, bro.
Well, all I'm saying is, if you look at the scoring leaderboard right now, you got the leading scorer on the back end in Makar. That's near the top of the league. And then you got Rantanen. That's a couple points behind Nate. And so you could have all that you want, but if you're missing, there's three parts, right? There's forwards, D's, and goalies. And if you're missing a part where it's not functioning, you're not going anywhere. So at the end of the day, they addressed it. It's a no-brainer. Like I said, Rudo knows I'm tired to talk about it. I spent all summer saying I was done talking about it. The season started, it was just every day. Yeah, all I'm saying is, I said in the summer, the Avalanche, whoever's going to play the first game in the net will not be the last goaltender to play for the Avalanche this year. So somewhere, somehow, I think it was a very common theme around the organization that they were actively looking to upgrade at that position, and I think it was an A1 job by CMAC and the rest of the company.
I know we're about to break, but cool. Yes, trade, fun. We can talk about it more tomorrow. Let's talk about this great hockey game for the Colorado Avalanche. This was a sick game. It was awesome for them. And a ton of things went right for them, but more than anything, and this is one of my favorite things about sports, the vibes are back for this hockey team.
But that's what happens. It changes. Right?
Yeah,
the vibes
exactly.
are back.
It's yes, the great play. We'll get into all of that in the next couple of periods.
Yeah,
but
we got a couple things to talk about.
But things just feel good around Avalanche hockey tonight.
They did. If you had to put a word on it? Like, I know I made a little phrase mistake there, and somebody's like, we went from DNVR to OnlyFans in 20 seconds here. But
it's dark out.
If you had to put a word on that game tonight, what would it be? Kind of. A word.
One single word?
Yeah, a single word.
I think it would probably be sexy.
Oh, God, really? Oh, my God. What a coincidence. Because I was just about to talk about sexy pizza. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
God, I like pizza, but when it's sexy, oh, I really like it. Nothing like a sexy pizza to really get you going. Yeah. Because you know what? They're more than your average buy-the-slice eatery, buddy. Sexy Pizza, dedicated to top-quality eats with civic and community interaction. They craft those hand-tossed, decked oven pizzas from scratch, including the dough and the sauce, using fresh components and hand-cut veggies. These delectable creations have earned local favor across all 4 locations in Colorado for over a decade, and their enduring dedication to philanthropy and the arts has bolstered their rapport with the communities that they serve, enhancing their reputation as a positive influence throughout. These guys are awesome. Locations are cool. There's not many of them, but they are a rock star solid place, and you got to get in on it. They have supported tons of teams from the directional high schools in Denver, including football, wrestling, tennis, cheerleading, etc., as well as middle and elementary schools. Take a look at their everyday specials because they sell slices all day, every day. That base special comes with a fountain drink, but can be upgraded to a beer or wine at the location that serves alcohol. Sexy Pizza, serving sustainability, community, and hand-tossed pizza in Colorado. Mm-hmm. Good.
Tasty stuff.
Yeah, very good.
Fun fact.
Yes.
If you're going to pronounce Toyota like a Japanese person, it would be Toyota.
Toyota.
America likes to add eyes.
Oh, Nathan-san.
And if you have eyes, you will see that Toyota is the best way to go for your vehicle, the official vehicle of the Colorado Avalanche and DNVR. Toyota has a vehicle for everybody. Whether it's a truck, so you're hauling around the team like the Avs top line was tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you want an SUV, they've got their 4Runner that get
Throw
you
'em in
going
the
where
back.
you need to go. 17 different all-wheel drive vehicles in the Toyota lineup. You can jump in on any of their vehicles, including 16 different hybrid vehicles, too. So they have you covered no matter what. Of course, like I already mentioned, an official partner of the Colorado Avalanche. You can find your Toyotas at your local Toyota dealership here in Colorado, including Auto Nation Toyota, Rathbone, Centennial, Corbin Toyota, Boulder Groove Toyota, Littleton, Mountain States Toyota, Endeavor, Stevenson Toyota, Eastern Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Again, the official vehicle of us here at DNVR is Toyota.
Good segue to period 2. We're going to talk about 3 stars in a minute, but, well, shit. Tiff, can we do that? Let's just go there because that's who I was going to talk about anyway. So we might as well just tack it all together because the 3 guys that we were going to talk about are your 3 stars. Let's start with number 3. Hey, listen, give it to him again. I could have gone a little bit higher with it, but it's our boy Wedgie Wall. 9-2-6. So want to say it like
Starts
that.
with a 9?
What does that mean? It starts with a 9. Is that
Starts
good?
with a 9?
Is that good? Is that good? Is 9 good?
9 might be all right.
Before we continue on this, I'm sorry. We are well over 100. You guys did a fast job on that.
Yep.
So let's hit that, and then we'll come back to that. That's a
I mean,
bad
look,
host.
Cheers to saves.
Bad host.
Cheers to saves for these winner
Right,
shots.
and this is going to be my thing from now on. I'm going Jack for Jared because Jared deserves the Jack. Cheers to that.
Get jacked for the Jack Adams.
Jack for the Jack Adams.
Chat, thank you for the 100 likes.
No,
That was very quick. We
Appreciate it. You guys are rock stars on that. Love you. Aha! Okay.
Woo.
Yes, sir.
Look, Wedgie has been like a
Yeah,
shot.
you can go back to that, Tiff.
Like a shot to the system for the Avs a little bit.
Oh, nice. Like
They
that.
played some of their best hockey all season in front of this guy. And did Wedgwood play an unbelievably good game tonight? No. He didn't have to ball out and make unbelievable saves left and right and do all of these amazing things. But he made the saves he was supposed to. I think the one that stood out most to me, early in the third period, screen in front, he battles through it, he reaches his glove out into the guy, and he makes the save. Almost identical to a play that goes in on Georgiev a handful of games ago, where the goalie interference call bailed him out, but he reaches into a guy and the puck goes in through him because he can't fight through the battles. He just can't. Wedgie can. He does that. Later in the third, the one big scramble play of the game, he's able to make multiple big saves. He knocks one out with his right pad on the goal line and keeps the Avs in the driver's seat of this game. It's not complicated. The Avs don't need the best goalie in the NHL.
No.
They just need a goalie who can make the saves he's supposed to and maybe come up big once or twice a game.
Yes.
That's it. That's all they need. And they will win a ton of hockey games this year. A lot of them are going to look exactly like this one.
Yeah. And listen, I am so... Chat's saying it too. Vibes are better. I get it. Listen, here's the thing, and this is the thing about broadcasting, and this is broadcasting. You rise and fall with these guys. Rudo, lifelong fan. Tiff, fan. AJ, lifelong fan and knowledgeable broadcasters. Eric lived and breathed it. My God, I mean, he's got burgundy and blue in his veins. And for a guy like me who's with these guys pretty much on a day in, day out basis in the locker room, I have a friend on the team. You're rising and falling with this. So as hard as it is on you, trust me, it's the same here. And when you see the same things happening over and over, and when you have the knowledge we have in the inside, you're just like, what in the is going on? It's hard. So yeah, it's cool and winning is fun, but more so, I'm very proud of this organization, and I've been impressed. I'm the new guy, so I can say this. I have been impressed with this organization on the upper management side. I like CMAC a ton. I didn't know a crush ton about him before getting here, but just seeing the way that he interacts and he moves around and he's here, it's a different general manager style, but it's fantastic for this group. Jared Bednar is a guy that I would have killed to play for. I would have killed to have played for that guy. He's exactly the kind of coach that suits my personality. I think he's fantastic. I'm actually going to write a piece on him here coming up shortly. But
Oh, God.
the vibe on these guys is just really good.
Yeah, look, here's the difference for me. Wedgwood, you know what? there are other problems here, but on that first goal, he gets froze up. He gets locked up.
The 5-hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an oops.
You don't love that goal.
No, I don't. No,
But the difference is Wedgwood gives up a goal you don't love, and he holds them to 2.
Correct.
He doesn't
bounce. It doesn't melt down.
It doesn't fall into 3, 4, 5 against. Exactly. And that's something that the Avs haven't gotten nearly enough of tonight. And realistically, I think if you have quality goaltending, that's what you should expect. But the Avs have not gotten that this year. So that's, to me, why he earns this 3rd-star spot.
Yeah, and just no look further than what you talked about in the 3rd. And there was a blocker save. I don't remember against who. It might have been against Malkin. Again, the game was down to 3-2. He doesn't make that save. If he doesn't get that save, it's a 3-3 game. So those are timely saves. Those are big saves. And here's what I'll say. I really like him. I really love the way he battles. I really love the way he calms the waters. But I'm going to talk about the first goal for 4 seconds. Here's what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him this weekend. If, again, we should get Brian Decor back on the show about goaltending. But here's what I saw on the first goal there. Does it look bad? Yeah, it looks bad. But if you look at it, we talked about it last year. Goalies read the release. He looks at Cody Glass's stick. I am telling you right now, and I'm going to ask him. Cody Glass is going shelf. Cody Glass fanned on this shot, and that's why you don't see him move, and he goes 5-hole. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what happened. Does it look bad? Yeah, it looks bad a little bit. But goalies a lot of times will tell you, and that's Marty Brothers' rule. If you feel you did the right play and all of a sudden the guy beats you on a fan shot, so be it. Move on. Go on to the next one. Didn't let him affect him and moved on.
And to be clear, the Wedgwood was the 3rd problem on that goal. The Avs' 2 best players tonight. Mikko Rantanen is asleep, lets the guy beat him to the backside, and Nathan McKinnon is straight up lost in his own zone on that play. Like, they give a guy a clean lane to all the way to the net on the backside. Like, there are a lot of other problems there.
And to be fair, because I don't want to be that guy and I don't want to get labeled as that guy, there were a lot of the same breakdowns when Georgiev and Annunen were in net.
Absolutely.
The difference, and I want to be clear on this, the difference is the body language and the bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
Georgiev gets scored on, say that first goal. Yep. Georgiev's in net. Let's say he gives up that first goal. He's pissed off, taking no blame, giving crap to everybody in front of him that melted down ahead of it. It screws up the vibe in the room. The boys feel it. They know. This is a guy that slashed the shin pads of Malinsky, a year ago. Like, what are you doing? That's not a teammate. So, yeah, you're right. The vibe was wrong. I'm not going to say he was the C word that somebody else said earlier in chat. I don't know if it was that bad. I'm not that familiar with the room. But at the end of the day, Wedgwood was probably like, sorry, boys, that's on me. I'll do better, and then was better.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It all adds up, right? Like, yes, is that not a great goal? Sure. Yes, is there defensive breakdown? All this conversation is fine. When does that goal happen? In the middle of the second period. The Avs are already up 3-0. He didn't give up the first 12 shots on goal, so the Avs had time to build a lead. When you give up a not great goal to make it 3-1, it feels very, very different than when you give up a not great goal to make it 1-0 or 2-0 against you. It's just a completely different world, and the Avs have been a significantly better team in front of Scott Wedgwood, both because they play better and both because Wedgwood makes saves early in games.
And you saw it in flashes with Annunen. I saw it with Annunen. I saw no jump, no jam, no care, no whatever when it was Georgiev in net. And I can't, and we're going to be done talking about this in about 20 seconds.
Yeah, we do have 2 other stars to get to.
But you know what? The jump that these guys have, you feel it, right? I'm not wrong here, right? Like, you're seeing the same thing as a player?
Well, absolutely. But again, I wasn't even talking about breakdowns. I don't care what breakdown. Look, you want to see breakdowns? Look at the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. You'll see breakdowns.
No kidding.
You want to see breakdowns? So that's every team. Just look at any team tonight. Watch the highlights. It's every goal is a breakdown. And I wasn't even talking about that. I'm talking about you as a goalie. You look. Why did I get beat? And all I was saying, and I wasn't saying that, fairness to Georgiev or whoever was around. I just said, I'm telling you right now, he read it right. The release, the guy missed his shot, and he went in. I don't care that it was whoever's fault before that.
It all boils down to the same thing. You give up 2 or less, I don't care how they go in.
Yeah.
I don't. If the number on the board for the other team is 2 or less, I don't care if you step out of the way at 2 of them. You did your job.
All right, number 2 star. So impressed by this guy. Obviously have known he was very good for a while, but to watch the way that Nathan MacKinnon has played up close and personal, game in and game out now, and me not have the 30,000-foot view on this team that I've had, the last 2 years with NHL Network, dude, he is insane, man. Come on. He just is. He's a machine. A machine.
Nathan MacKinnon he's a bit of a unicorn. Oh. And like, don't get me wrong, I understand Cale Makar is a unicorn in his own way too. But there is not anyone else in the NHL that plays like Nathan MacKinnon plays. And yes, he has his streaks where, he's slumping when he only has 6 points in 7 games. Yeah. That's how high the bar is for Nathan MacKinnon. Is if he's not well over a point per game, he's having a bad stretch.
Like, every time I do an interview, people are like, he can't play 24 minutes a night. I'm like, no. He can play 24 minutes a night. He is more than fine playing 24 minutes a night.
Just so we're clear, Nathan MacKinnon is on a 125-point pace. And everyone's like, yeah, he's just been pretty good this year. He hasn't really dominated all that. He dominated tonight. He stepped up and he said, I am the best player in the world. What's up? What's up, Sidney Crosby? Let me show you who the real boy is now. Like, Crosby, you're getting old. This is my league now. What are you going to do, buddy?
MacKinnon is something else. And listen, I've had a lot of cool, I hate to keep going back. I've had a lot of cool up closes.
Yeah,
like I've watched Kopitar very closely since he came into the league. I was with Chicago and watched Patrick Kane score his 1,000th point. Like, I've seen some players, man.
Yep,
I have, and I've seen them up close, and I've gotten to know them. Watching Nathan MacKinnon play hockey, smokes! I don't know who I like. I don't know who I like better. Like, I mean, Cale Makar is same, but a little bit different. But like, watching Nathan MacKinnon play hockey he's elite. It's just elite.
I'm gonna hurt some people that are.
You gonna announce the MacKinnon trade?
No, the older people in our chat. And I love you. The reason I'm here doing this job is because of the Avs 1.0.
I know what you're about to do.
Nathan MacKinnon is 75 points away from passing Joe Sakic as the all-time Avs scoring leader.
Saw that coming.
Nathan MacKinnon has 46 points this year. He's on a 125-point pace. If he gets there, he will pass Joe Sakic this season. Nathan MacKinnon will be the all-time Avalanche point scorer this season if he keeps up the pace that he's at.
Might as well start molding the statue. They don't have any statues. Eric, why don't we have any statues? We'll get back to that. Plenty of room. We need statues. We'll go to that later, including Dad. But yeah, on pace. I mean, that's incredible.
He might. Yeah. Look, I think Cale Makar probably goes down better.
Statue.
But Nathan MacKinnon might be the best player to ever play for the Colorado Avalanche.
Statue.
He's that good. It's ridiculous.
Nathan MacKinnon, Nate Dogg, just huge. Absolutely huge. Don't know what else to say about him. I try not to interview him a lot because he just doesn't really like doing that, and I respect the hell out of it because I wouldn't want a microphone. I've spent a lifetime with a microphone on my face, and I get it. I'm going to probably have to start talking to him more.
I want to ask Eric a question here because he got to play directly against one of these guys. Who would you rather line up against, Nathan MacKinnon or Eric Lindros?
Ooh.
I no disrespect to Big E Lindros, but I do believe what you said earlier that MacKinnon's a unicorn. He is a unicorn. Nobody has that first 3 steps. He's a rocket ship.
That's exactly what it is.
Yep.
And he's so different. You know what I mean? Like, he's not smooth. It's not like he's smooth. It's not like he's a smooth skater like McDavid. He just rockets right out of the chute. You know what I mean? And then after that, It's just the you know what I mean, with the quick hands. And yeah, I mean, totally different a little bit. Lindros was about 6'4", 250, whatever he was. I mean, it was a complete machine. But yeah, you didn't have that many back then. Big E was a unicorn too in his day, because nobody could skate like that and had hands like that, and it was so physical, so powerful. Again, Nathan McKinnon is not. I'm not saying he's not powerful. I'm saying he's, what is he, 6 feet tall, right? I mean, he's no taller than that. And
He's 6'1", I think. Yeah.
yeah, Lindros was just an absolute specimen of a size mammoth, and so different. But I wouldn't want to line up against McKinnon, because there's no way I would have no chance. You know what I mean, to even like bump up to him. Where Lindros, you know, you're going to say, okay, I'm going to try to go, you know, body against body. You know what I mean? And but Nathan is too much of a rocket ship.
Oh my gosh, he's incredible to watch. It's a ton of fun. Why don't you go first, since I'm trailing? Time is evaporating.
When you watch Nathan McKinnon put up the number of points he puts up tonight, a 5-point night, it kind of gets you high.
Oh man, I was higher than a kite.
But if you want to actually get high, that's where Live Well comes into play. Live Well strives to make cannabis accessible to everybody, because they believe everyone deserves to live well. They have 25 different convenient locations here in Colorado for you to pick up your premium selection of whatever it is you're looking for, and they have expert service that awaits you. Their people will tell you whatever you need to know. If you're an expert in weed, walk in, buy whatever you want, go get your stuff. If you're a rookie, they'll walk you through every single product they have and tell you what you might be looking for, whether it's flour, whether it's topicals, whether it's gummies, whatever you need, they got you covered. Everything is available at Live Well, and you can even schedule it for pickup in store online at livewell.com. So make sure you're getting over to your local Live Well today. And when you do walk in store, mention code DNVR25 to receive 25% off one of their amazing products today. Of course, restrictions apply, but do jump in with that DNVR25 code. Get to your local Live Well today and pick up whatever it is you need to live well.
Live well, E. Live well.
I will.
I know.
Thanks, Spock.
You know what else, buddy? Let's bet.
Ooh.
Let's bet. You know what I love, buddy?
Betting?
Yeah, I'm kind of having a lot of fun with it.
Do you bet 365 days a year?
Well, we're on pace for that right now. If McKinnon's going to get 125 points, I'm going to bet 365 days this year, because with Bet365, it is never ordinary. Bet365 is now the official partner of the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche, and for good reason, because, like I said, they're never ordinary. I've had a ton of fun with this, and I'm still playing on house money, so I'm enjoying it, except I'm on a bit of a cold streak, and we're down to double digits on the winnings at the moment, so we got to kind of find...
You need a W.
I didn't win a thing tonight. We're struggling so hard.
I told you it was going to be 6-2.
No, I know. You also told me there's going to be a PowerPoint point for...
Yeah, you can't hit them all. That's why you bet wide. All right? That's why you bet wide.
Every single day... They're powering up the odds on hundreds of bets to give you a chance to win more, with over 10,000 boosts every single month. They boost specific markets. You got to look out for the DNVR boost, and make sure that you sign up today. Use that code DNVR365 at sign up. Get yourself a little bit of bonus money. It's a ton of fun. And with the NHL early payout, if your team goes up by 3 goals or more, you are a winner chicken dinner. New customers now get $150 in bonus bets. All you got to do is bet $5 when you sign up, and boom, you're playing with house money. Sign up, use the code DNVR365, deposit $10, and place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Whatever the moment, it is never ordinary at Bet365. Make sure that you are 21 or older, physically located in the state of Colorado, and please make sure that you're gambling responsibly. If you or someone you know may have a gambling problem or think you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today.
Do it. Or at least go have some fun on Bet365. At least do that.
I got the heartburn going pretty good right now.
That's what you get for getting jacks for Jared.
I'm willing to take the heartburn for Jared Bednar.
Rudo.
You take it because you know what? Jared doesn't have any heartburn
He
anymore.
doesn't have any heartburn anymore.
That's
I
exactly
mean,
right.
he had a Tums sponsorship about 48 hours ago, and now he's just like, yeah.
What you got, E?
I said, before you go to first star, Rudo, why don't you explain franchise versus Avalanche history?
Yeah. So because statistics are stupid, the Avalanche franchise includes all stats for the Quebec Nordiques. And unfortunately for every Avalanche player in history, the Quebec Nordiques played in the 80s, where goalies weren't real and dudes scored 7 points a game all the time.
Hang on now. Not when Grant Fuhr played in that.
Okay, well, must be nice for Grant Fuhr, but for the rest of us, games regularly ended 8-7 in the 80s. All right, this was silliness, and also, they had a dude who was pretty good, named Peter Stastny, did okay. The whole Stastny family has done great for this franchise, if I'm honest. Frankly, I think when it's all said and done, Nathan MacKinnon might be the greatest player in franchise history. We're just not there yet. We got a ways to go.
No, but somebody was saying Sakic got 1,600 points, and
okay,
you're wrong.
Yes.
That's why I was just
yeah.
answering.
No, this is why I specifically said Avalanche. Sakic only had 1,015 in an Avalanche jersey. Franchise wise, if Nathan MacKinnon catches Joe Sakic for the franchise point total, he's a top 5 player of all time. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
So, two very different conversations.
Yeah, and Roberto also, you're right. You're bang on Roberto. So, all right, move on to first star.
This is the longest 3-star stretch I think that we have ever had, but I think it's worth it.
It was the whole game.
Yeah.
The top line. I'll give the full top line credit. But
Okay, number 1 star, not a surprise here. Hat trick, 2 assists.
Look,
5 points. 5 points for McKinnon.
Let the moose roar. I'll let you guys take the in-depth conversation. This is what I want to say about Mikko Rantanen tonight. He had a 5-point night. He had a hat trick. His best play of the night was his pass to Arturi Lehkonen. That play is disgusting. That's a dude that there are plays that happen in the NHL where you watch them. Most times you see a goal get scored, you're like, yeah, there are a bunch of dudes in the NHL who can do that. There are maybe 3 guys that can make that pass to Arturi Lehkonen in the NHL, where Mikko goes in, takes the contact, digs the puck out of a guy's skates, and perfectly puts it on Lehkonen's stick at the top of the crease without looking. That's stupid, ridiculous, absurd. Mikko Rantanen is a freak. It should not be allowed. It's unbelievable how talented this guy actually is. I don't even know what to say about it.
He's so good. And he's one of my favorite guys to talk to in the locker room.
He's a fun guy.
He's so fun. That guy really gives you what he's questioned. I love it. Like, he's great. I love it. He's awesome. He's a class act. He's a hell of a hockey player. Man, oh man, this team is got so much potential. They're so good.
Yes.
They're so good. A guy like him, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I feel like we say the same things about these guys every day, which is fine. But just your thoughts on a game for him like he had tonight, and just the almost casual way in which he executes.
Well, you got to remember, we talked about it's not to go back to goaltending. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is the Avalanche made a move. They made a statement. They made a statement to their core, to their locker room to say, we're going for it. We're going for it. And you all think, and we agree with you, that goaltending is suspect. And we did everything we could to address it. And I think it's been a complete overhaul in 10 days. So now you go and do your job. You go and do your job. And then it starts with guys like Rantanen. They carry the flag, and they're part of the leadership core. And then you go and have a night, a game where, I'm telling you, big boy plays a lot of minutes, 3 games in 4 nights. I've told you guys before, I don't care. I want to hear about back-to-backs. Those guys are so good. Avalanche are so good on back-to-backs. It's the 3 and 4 that physically, not mentally, physically, Rudo was right earlier, not mentally. Physically, you are dead. You are dead. You have no gas. And I'll tell you one thing. Mikko was going tonight. He was flying, and you needed to have a big game from your top guys. One's got 5 points and 1 and 4, and then the other guy's got 3 and 2. So mission accomplished right there. And then for the rest of the team, it's like, hey, come follow us. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a hell of a ride. And that's what you saw tonight. That's what you're seeing in a guy like that. And then next week, he's going to go a game without a goal, and we're going to want to trade him 4 or 5 times during the week.
But you know what the secret sauce was tonight? He shot the puck. He shot the puck tonight. Mikko Rantanen's second goal in this game is garbage. A goaltender should stop that 10 times out of 10. Somehow it rattles around and goes in through Jari's glove in between his body. It's not a good goal. It's not. Jari played terribly tonight. But you only can get a goalie to play terribly if you shoot the puck on him. And that's what Mikko did. It's not that complicated. And the thing with Mikko, I'm the stats guy. Mikko has 3 hat tricks in 30 games. The dude is on pace for 8 hat tricks this season.
Love it.
By the way. And most nights I'd sit here and tell you, you know what? There's some statistics and sample sizes, and that's not sustainable. To be honest with you, if Mikko Rantanen had 8 hat tricks this season, it wouldn't even surprise me that much. He's that good.
I love it. I love it. You got loads of Hall of Famers on this team.
You have 3 auto lock. Nathan McKinnon could retire tomorrow and he'd be a Hall of Famer.
Done. Mikko,
I don't know if he could retire tomorrow and do it, but he'll be a Hall of Famer.
Done.
Kale,
done.
Gonna be a Hall of Famer too.
Done.
Like,
done.
They're that good.
You want to know my all-time snubs in the Hockey Hall of Fame?
What's that?
Eric Lacroix.
Okay.
I can tell you that the only thing you can put my name with those 2 names you just talked about is the night I got a hat trick. Yes, I did. Even a pigeon like me got a hat trick.
No pigeon. You're not a pigeon.
I got 3 and 2 one night. 3 goals, 2 assists, and I couldn't even get first star. Joe Sakic got to selfishly get first star with 6 assists.
What did he do? What did he? 6 assists.
6 assists. Yeah, career night. Yeah.
I
was on his left side. Not a big deal. Like I tell you guys all the time. I tell you guys all the time. Those guys, like, you go up and you get the play. You get the right shotgun on the top 6 or whatever it is. It's not hard to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I say. Now, was I a top 6 guy? No. But like for a couple weeks because of injuries, I was. No big deal. But I couldn't get first star. Joe had to get a record night 6 assists and steal the first star from me. I'm still mad.
Well, you know what? Playing with good players, I should say.
Is that why you punched him in the mouth the last time you guys were together when I was with you?
Yep. I'm still mad.
So. You caught him good, too. Yeah. He didn't see it coming, buddy.
Before we go to break here, I did want to touch this comment from Dom. If you scroll down, Tiff. The fact that Rantanen isn't extended yet is getting more and more concerning. I'm not concerned at all about this. The reality of Mikko Rantanen is he wants to play out this season to get as much money as possible from his own play and his ability, and that's fine. Realistically, I think the Avs are in a position where they probably want to pay him less than Nathan McKinnon, essentially, so 12.5 or less. And I hope the Avs can get him there. But ultimately, if Mikko Rantanen has a 70-goal season and 130 points this year or whatever it is, if what it comes down to is the Avs have to pay that guy $14 million, you pay him. You pay him.
Yeah.
Because, yes, he will have 10-game stretches where he drives you insane.
Well, and I know that people are sniffing on him. I've gotten phone calls from friends in management around the league, and I'm like,
At the end of the day, what you tell Mikko Rantanen is, we want to pay you 12.5. If you want to test the market, go ahead. We will match any offer you get.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of it. And we'll give you 8 years for it. Because Mikko Rantanen is that guy. Even with the games where he drives you crazy, when the chips are down, when you need him, he's a guy who is a monster.
Kids call him a him. He's him.
He's him.
He's him. He's
Himmy Rantanen, as they call him.
Himmy Rantanen.
The man he's a beast.
Himmy.
He knows it.
Oh, yeah.
He's aware. And yeah, guess what? Some nights Mikko Rantanen is going to coast through games and take nights off, and he'll still find his way to 2 points on those nights. But when you need a guy to score a goal, Mikko Rantanen has the best shot on the Colorado Avalanche. Forehand, slap shot, backhand, wrist shot, one-timer, you name it. It's Mikko Rantanen.
J shot, he's got the J shot.
And a lot of those shots are probably top 10 in the NHL. He's that good. He's worth every penny he ends up getting on his next contract. I
all
want to
gonna
get
work
him cheap.
itself out.
You probably want to get him cheap. We all want him on a real contract. If it takes $14 million, you buck up and sign it, because these are the dudes that lead you to championships.
Yeah.
Him, Nathan McKinnon, and Cale Makar are a better three-man unit than anybody else in the NHL.
Yeah, I agree.
Get it done. Get us to our ad reads.
And make sure that you get yourself some DNVR action and come hang out with us at some events, right? We've also got a ton of cool merch, but Broncos are rocking some tailgates. There's lots of fun stuff. We've got watch-alongs all the time. We've got takeovers coming up, which will be at a suite. It's super, super cool. We're always doing fun stuff, and we're super interactive with you all, because the reason that we are here is because you all are there, and it means the world to us. So come hang out with us, please. Like, we love it. I love it.
I'm not trying to overstep here, but we are at 170 likes. You guys could push it to 200. I'm just
hell
saying.
Yeah. Get us to 200 so we can have one more shot. Come on, you guys got it. You've been unbelievable tonight. Thank you for that. Good call. Because you are great. We do love you guys. No, there's tons of cool stuff. Come here to the bar. If you're in town, and I know some of you are not in town, and I learned that tonight a lot more deeper. But we had someone in town from France the other day. We brought them up and they sat on the couch. Someone from Edmonton, they come up and sat on the couch. If you are here and you want to come chill with us, we would love to chill with you. We'll buy you drinks. Come hang out with us. It's a good time. Follow us on social at DNVR_sports, or go to thednvr.com/events to check out our calendar. Tons and tons of cool stuff. I'll let you go quick on this because we have like a lot of other things to talk about real quick here.
Yeah.
In 10 minutes. But get us to 200 likes. That'd be sick.
Get us to 200 likes, and then crack yourself open a Coors Light.
Yee.
You don't have to be complicated about it. Look, you should come to the DNVR bar, but if you can't make it, Coors Light can get delivered right to your front door. CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Instacart will deliver your Coors Light to you. It's the beer literally made to chill. And you know what? After these last two games, the Colorado Avalanche are chilling.
Noah!
This is the chill stuff right here. It's good stuff. Get on it with Coors Light. Make sure you use CoorsLight.com/DNVR to let them know we sent you. Of course, Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Please drink responsibly. Look, Coors Light's the good stuff. It's an easy drink. It's a good time. It makes the Avalanche win. That's not true, but you can enjoy an Avalanche win with Coors Light.
You guys are great. We're going to hit 200. I like when you're all having fun. Like, this is a lot more fun for me when you're all having fun. Trust me. And for us as well. He's already coming up with it. You're good, Tiff. So thank you guys all for being so positive too. This is the environment you need. I'm gonna make somebody's life better guy. I'm a positivity, high energy kind of guy. So I like this for you. We do got to touch on a few things here. I don't want to naysay too bad, and so we'll.
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, we'll yin and yang this.
Yeah.
PP, poo poo, PK, okay.
Yeah. Power play was bad. They had one power play.
Eric, did you see what I did there? Can I get it?
Power play. They had one power play that felt dangerous tonight. A couple that did not feel very good. It's gotta turn it around eventually. Avs power play over the last 15 games is only operating at about 15%. It's got to be better than that. They are better than that. It will start to be a problem. Right now, they're good enough that it's okay.
Bring them on.
We got winner shots round 2 for the 200 likes.
Oh my goodness, these guys are legends.
Beyond the power play,
Legends, you're legends. I love you.
The reality is the Colorado Avalanche, as constructed, are a good enough team if you go even on special teams. Just do not lose the game on special teams. And thankfully, it had been 25 games of the Avs penalty kill not being good enough. The last 5, the Avs penalty kill has finally figured it out. And Eric's about to tell you this. Guess what? That's about the goaltender more than anything else. But the Avs penalty kill through and through. You have guys like Logan O'Connor, who's finally starting to look good. You have guys like Parker Kelly, who have finally adjusted to being a part of this team and fitting into the systems. The Avs penalty kill has looked so much better than it has for the first 20 games of the season. It's huge for them to get that penalty kill back on track. The power play will come back. I'm not worried about it. The penalty kill needs to continue to play at this level.
Yeah, PP's always a little bit fluky, right? Like here, there, it goes in streaks. But just your thoughts on the power play tonight, special teams in general.
Well, special teams on the PK, like I said to you, their structure has always been there. I don't care what people say. They're getting saves. There's a big difference right there. Now, as far as the PP is concerned, think of it as artists. Those guys are artists. You know what I mean? They're all different and they're all skilled and they all beat to their own drums at times, which is it's what makes them unique. That's what makes them unicorns. And it's tough to try to chain them down to a to a special like one play here or one play there. So I'm not worried about the Avalanche when it gets hot. It gets hot. I'm talking about their power play, so I'm not too worried about that aspect of their game. But yeah, when you're scoring 6 goals a night, thank God the power play's not going, and Rantanen would be commanding $20 million a year.
So same price as us then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I make 30, all right?
Oh shit, we can.
You guys are getting short at $1 here.
You guys are getting paid?
Yeah, Tiff, are you not getting paid? We'll talk about that. And I got a hug for you. I also got a shot for you.
200 likes is
200.
ridiculous.
You guys are
chat.
awesome.
Yeah,
This
thank
is
you
fun.
so much.
Now we're rocking. Now we're going. Again, this is Jack for Jared because Jared deserves the Jack.
Well, he's getting jacked for Jared. I'll get my 2 negatives in very quickly here. Really thought the Avs played a great game. The reality is the Avs are still dealing with some injuries. Keaton Middleton is probably an AHL caliber player. It is what it is.
I was going to talk about that. You're there.
I don't think there's a lot to say. It's just the Avs are on their 9th D. They're dealing with it. I think there's a good chance you probably see John Ludwig in over him next game. And then you're dealing with the Josh Manson injury. On the front side, yeah, okay, Giovanni Smith was part of the trade. He fills in a warm body spot. You're waiting for Jonathan Drouin or Miles Wood to get healthy on that front. And beyond that, because of the trades the Avs made, guess what? They still have a 2nd-round pick this year. They still have multiple valuable prospect assets to give up. So, yeah, there are holes in the Avs lineup, holes that they can solve at the deadline. They still have the assets to do it. You have to live with it for now. It's fine. The Avs are good enough.
Buddy, thoughts on Middleton and Smith tonight? Obviously, Middleton, we've seen now. We kind of sort of know what that is. No big deal there. Just thoughts on Smith too. Your first look at him in an Avs uni for what it is.
It's always nice to see someone play an NHL game, right? With a different franchise. I mean, how long is he going to be here? I don't know. I mean, for me, it's irrelevant to, again, no disrespect to him or Middleton. As long as you're not relevant on the score sheet, usually it's on the bad side when you're at the bottom of the lineup like that. So, yeah, for me, it's, again, we all know that it's in season right now, and I don't see those two people being there. Those two players, being there when the playoffs start. I don't care how deep you are in injuries.
Keep in mind, you are doing this and clipping along at now the pace that the Avalanche are without Landeskog, without Drouin, without Wood, and you don't even have Blackwood on the he's on the team, but you don't have him with the team yet. Look out.
They're pretty good.
Look out.
They're pretty darn good.
You got Utah coming up at home now. Boys get a day tomorrow. They will not practice. They're on the bird now back. Tough flight coming back from Philly. It's a long one. They're not landing until, I don't know. They'll probably land right around midnight tonight, maybe a little earlier. Get some time with family, wives, girlfriends, kids. But what do we, how do you manage that? What are you looking forward to with them being back at home and Utah Hockey Club coming into town?
It doesn't matter who you're playing. It's a tough night. It's a tough game. If the Avalanche can get a first period like they had tonight or even last game, they're going to be more than fine. But I'll tell you one thing. That first game back, coming from the East, and now it's another 9-dayer. It's a tough game to play. I just expect the Avalanche to keep it simple. I expect the Avalanche to take a lead, and I expect the Avalanche to get saves. Hopefully, Blackwood will be the guy that's in the net, and then obviously he's playing on adrenaline. And there will be some break. If you think there was breakdowns tonight, there'll be some breakdowns Thursday night. Don't kid yourself; it happens. And when you're tired like that, there's two teams on the ice, and those are NHL players.
I agree. Despite the two wins for Wedgwood, you start You start Blackwood. You start Blackwood. As long as he's feeling better. He did not make the...
For sure.
He didn't go out to Pittsburgh because he wasn't feeling well. That's a legit thing. He was under the weather. So as long as he's feeling good, Blackwood's your starter, and that's nothing against Wedgwood.
No, it's not. You want to ice your best lineup, and realistically, that's Blackwood. The Avs have not been very good against the Central Division this year. Utah is one of the teams they've beaten. They need to start doing better against Central Division teams. With Utah coming to town, yeah, Eric's right. The letdown game is often the return home game. You can't have that. You as a team have thrown away too many games this year where you need to push and you need to make sure that you win that game. You push yourself into a situation where you win a 4-point game. The Avs are in a good spot. Going 4-1 on this road trip is huge for this hockey team. It puts them right back in the mix. It puts them clearly into a playoff spot technically. There are teams that have a lot of games in hand in the Pacific Division, but by points, the Avs are in a playoff spot right now. Stop messing around with having to have these conversations where I need to give caveats. Go put yourself in a playoff spot for real. Go out and put this into a winning streak. Yeah, cool. You won 3 games in a row. Awesome. Feel good for you. Go make it 6 or 7.
And it's doable with the schedule, E.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I said that we're going to go on a 10-gamer. I said that 2 weeks ago. So they're just about at some point to get on a 10-game winning streak. So I'm not worried about them.
Okay, we got a couple of minutes left here. Just E, we'll start with you, and then we'll get to the super chats. Final thoughts, buddy, on tonight and on the road trip as a whole.
Listen, masterful road trip, masterful game again tonight. Really, again, Pittsburgh had won 5 out of 6, and Pittsburgh's a desperate team. They really got to turn their season around if they want to even have a shot at try to get in later. I don't see it with that kind of goaltending, for the record. But you know what? Outstanding Avalanche. It's something you don't see quite a bit. 2 road trips in a matter of like 2-3 weeks where they were absolutely out of their minds, with a 3-1 road trip and a 4-1 road trip. So 7-2 on those 9 crazy scheduled games. So yeah, awesome to see, awesome to watch. Can't wait to see a lot more from the Avalanche coming up.
Your thoughts?
The Avs are finally in a place to make life easy for them on a decent amount of nights. They're not having to grind out every win anymore. It's a place they finally wanted to be. Their schedule gets easier from here. The Avs are a very good hockey team. You feel like they're confident in themselves. They made it to the place they're supposed to be.
Hit those super chats.
$10 from Craig, who says, this is the first super chat toward a new fund, AJ's plane ticket fund. It was so good seeing him a few times lately. Let's see him back in Denver soon. Don't know if he's going to be back in Denver soon, but we might have an extra podcast that he might be a part of. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then $5 for Pete that says Avs firmly wedge their wood in pit. Denver Post, probably.
Let's go.
I don't know if you can say that anymore. I don't know if you can say that in this day and age. But yeah, the Avs dominated that game. It was fantastic, fun to watch. I said it off the top of the show. The Avs are back, baby.
Let's go. Great job tonight. We got to say a quick goodbye. Listen, Santa Claus is coming to town in 2 weeks. The boys are coming to town tonight. Eric Lacroix coming to town tomorrow. We got the gang all back together here in the Mile High City. Make sure you are tuning in. Are we doing something tomorrow?
We are doing a podcast tomorrow. Yep.
Really?
Yep.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. And listen, thanks for watching tonight. Big thank you to our sponsor, Bet365. Thank you to all of you for being so loyal tonight. What an incredible show. Thank you very, very much. For Tiff for producing, AJ for his articles that are coming out tonight, Studs and Duds. He's got a game recap. Look for the review from Rudo also. And E, thanks for staying up late with us and calling in. We're going to say goodbye right now. It's a very big victory. The boys are coming home. We'll have more for you. They take on the Utah Hockey Club on Thursday at home. I will be at the rink. I'll have intermission reports for you. The boys will have pregame, watch along, and the postgame. For now, for all of us, call your mom. Do something to make somebody's life better. Good night, everybody.
We all silly like the mayor.